Hamilton, Madison, and Publius? Today we're going to be talking about the Federalist Papers. Tell me what the Federalist Papers were.
The Federalist Papers were a series of articles that were written in defense or in support of passing or ratifying the Constitution.
And they were published anonymously or under a pen name, is that
In
right?
order to actually avoid having any discussion of partisanship or, more importantly, identifying with individuals, they were all signed Publius. When it came out as a book in 1788, there were 85 Federalists, which is a collection of essays.
These were to help convince New York State to ratify the Constitution, or was it for more than one state?
Largely their impact is in New York. They appeared first in paper. By the time Virginia is voting, there are other issues that play out, for example, not the least of which is George Washington already supported the passing and ratification of the Constitution. Jefferson, on the other hand, who was not part of the actual construction of these essays, talks about the Federalist Papers being one of the great political publications of the century. In terms of its clarity and how it outlines the arguments in favor of the Constitution. Now, the copy I'm holding is a little unusual. This is a 1788 printing, but it's a third-hand copy. Hamilton is the instigator of these essays. He brings in Jay and Madison to help him round them out. It's largely Hamilton and Madison who write the essays, but Elizabeth Hamilton makes sure that Thomas Jefferson gets a copy by giving him this. So we're holding and looking at Thomas Jefferson's copy of the Federalist Papers.
That's what you're holding right now.
Absolutely. And even better, Thomas Jefferson, who rarely ever wrote in his books, played the parlor game that everyone else in colonial America was playing. That is, who wrote which essay. Number 2, 3, 4, 5, and 64 are by Mr. J. And then a very long string of numbers by Mr. Madison, and the rest are by Alexander Hamilton.
Thomas Jefferson wrote that.
Thomas Jefferson wrote that. At the Library of Congress, we also happen to have Madison's copy
Now you're just showing off.
of the Federalist
Now you're
Papers.
showing off is what you're
But
doing.
it's very interesting because the two men don't agree. Madison has also gone through and annotated each of the essays here with the initial. This is number 9.
A.H. Alexander Hamilton,
Exactly.
I'm going to guess.
Exactly.
Yep.
So there were about 12 essays that were in dispute for quite some time. There's still 2, I think, that are not quite determined as to who authored them. You'll notice at the front of the Madison copy, there is a ticket from a circulating library.
It says here, Washington Library to be returned within 7 days without injury under a penalty of 1 cent for every library day over.
I'm Mark Demunation, Chief of the Rare Book and Special Collections Division here at the Library of Congress.